I'm stressed. In fact, no, I'm not stressed. Stressed would be a severe understatement. I'm panicking and worried. You know, doing a show border in 3 days was stressful. We were to the wire. But this is 8 times bigger. And I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know. I know. You know, this season has been intense. There's a lot going on. This week has just gone mad. And I'm utterly convinced that I'm sleep deprived. Oh, you are 100% sleep deprived. Oh, well, if you agree, then that makes sense. Yeah, sorry. You've not had an easy week, though. It's been hard at the beginning. You had the decking people send you an email on the Sunday saying they couldn't supply you the deck and then put themselves out of office for a week and a half, which I thought was rude. Well, yeah. Then that happened the exact same time with the timber people. So half of your show garden gone. How are you going to recover from that? Maybe I am stressed. And you're trying really hard as well, except for that incident with the car. Oh, don't talk to me about cars. Oh, what the hell is that?
Hey, don't worry, I'm just here to save the day.
That's not a Mini.
That is a mini car.
Yeah, but I didn't ask for a mini car. I asked for an actual Mini.
That is a mini car.
Yeah, but I didn't ask for a mini car. I asked for a Mini.
No, you asked for a mini car.
No!
Tell me, is this or is this not a mini car?
That's a Range Rover.
Is it or is it not a mini car?
It's a little car. I wouldn't say it was a mini car.
Well, it's clearly mini.
Okay, well, I may have gone wrong here.
Oh, I think you have.
Okay, but the problem is I can't use that because it's not a Mini, it's a Range Rover.
Kind of looks like a mini.
It looks nothing like a Mini.
It does.
Look, it quite literally has the word Range Rover on it.
Yeah, but couldn't you just, like, with a marker pen, write mini over it?
No!
It looks like a mini.
This is supposed to be a big thing for me. It's supposed to be a big, amazing show garden that I'm putting myself out on here. And now my centerpiece, my, memory to the Mini is a Range Rover.
Well, I'm just going to leave this here.
No, you can't leave this here.
See you later-ish.
No, I'm not. I don't want this.
That's a mini car.
It's not a mini car. It's a Range Rover. How do you think you're coping without Beth? It's been interesting, isn't it? Well, with Beth being ill, it's been a difficult few days. I've had to be full-on dad mode. Okay, my day is not going according to plan whatsoever. Unfortunately, Beth is really unwell. She's got a serious migraine. Her mum is in hospital. My mum is working. So I'm currently working, but also in dad mode. How hard can it be? Come on, kiddo. Let's go look at some scaffold boards. Ooh, exciting. Look at all these scaffold boards, kiddo. We've got to find the size that we need. What's these over here? Ah, that's the 7-foot one. That's the ones we want. Yeah, Do you think it's a safe place to bring a baby? Here we go. Ah, now this is the person we need to speak to. Raj, nice to see you, buddy. How you doing? You all right?
How you doing? You doing well?
I'm all right. I'm on dad duty today.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah.
Fantastic.
How did you like your seeing your content on the episode last time? Was it all right?
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah?
I really enjoyed seeing it, to be fair. Absolutely brilliant. So I really do appreciate it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Joe, one thing I really like about you is the fact that you're just not like all the rest of the guys that come down. You get a lot of social media influencers who come to me and sort of make a deal. And I'm saying to them, what do you mean by deal? Because usually the word deal usually means they want something for free. That's one thing, obviously, that I'm glad that you don't do, basically. Anyway, how can I help you?
Well, I got us some scaffold boards. I now also want free tickets, but I got him scaffold boards. Result. Come on, kiddo. Let's go get some dahlias next. Right. Okay. Dad mode. Dad mode. How do I put this on? All right. Hello. Let's go. I don't have any child seats. How are we gonna... Okay. And then that down there. And then... Perfect. I'm a genius. Right, kiddo, we need to get ourselves some tall dahlias. Okay, now these look perfect for the dahlia walk. And you don't want to go for one, go for a couple, so it looks like a much more substantial bush. You gonna be all right with these? And go with a little bit of pink as well, a little bit of pink interest, what do you think? Nice big orange ones. Chuck them. Believe it or not, somewhere behind all these dahlias, there's a baby. I'll let you know I found him. There you are. Right. It's not that difficult, really. We nailed this and got the jobs done. What's the matter, kiddo? You hungry? Okay, Daddy can sort us out with some lunch. Could I have one cheeseburger Happy Meal, please, with a apple juice? Thank you. Wait, can babies have Happy Meals? Bad news, turns out babies aren't allowed Happy Meals, but it turns out I also packed a bottle. So, he gets fed, I get a free cheeseburger. Huh? I'm such a good dad. Oh, look, kiddo, you've got a toy. Ah, it says 3H+. Okay, no, we can't have that. Okay, I know you're gonna bug me about it if I don't talk about it, so I'll do it quickly. This is the new truck that I got from Dan, and I generally did get it from him that day, by the way. It wasn't rehearsed. It is a Ford Ranger. It is the MSRT, which is something to do with motorsports, or if you're dyslexic, it just says smart. Two things you should know now that I own a pickup truck. First of all, it's bright orange and grey, which means it's incredibly obvious. If you see me, you're going to know that this is mine. So if you see me mount the curb, accidentally knock over some cones, or drive over a field, I bought a pickup truck. What did you expect? Second of all, I've noticed that the S actually means sport. Therefore, I have decided to nickname this the sports truck. Now, I feel like I'm getting on top of it a little bit, which is making me feel a lot less stressed, but I need to start focusing on what's going on the actual days itself. I've still got a talk that I need to do at the show, and I'm also hosting 3 garden parties, all of which I said I was going to cater for, and I've sold 80% of the tickets. So I need to come up with a menu, and I need to come up with the food that I need to use, and also make sure I can actually cook it. So I've decided to call in the help of a friend who taught me how to use the Blackstone in the first place. And he's got a really cool place to show me as well. Rob, how you doing, buddy?
Not bad, yourself?
Oh, I'm all right.
Good.
I'm all right. I'm in desperate need of learning how to cook properly.
Fired up the Blackstone ready. We're good to go.
Yes.
So what's the big event?
Well, I've got a show garden next week. I've decided that I'm going to have the very first ever dinner on a show garden show.
Nice. Jumping straight in.
Yeah, Blackstone have been really good. They've given me an extra, well, they give me an extra Blackstone grill. So, and I know, well, you taught me how to cook on the first one. So I've come back because I'm in desperate need of a menu.
I think you've come to the right place.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I need something inspiring and something that people say, I'm glad I came here, as opposed to just got a, 20 quid jacket potato or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think we can do that.
Perfect.
Nice.
Right. Where do we start?
Let's jump straight into the mains.
Yes. Okay, what have you got? Well, I've got Nutella here. Am I serving
I
people?
probably wouldn't start there. We've got some nice chicken thighs though.
Okay.
So I
okay.
think we're gonna make a chicken shawarma taco.
Yeah. Ooh.
So we've
Yeah.
seasoned this up with a nice shawarma seasoning.
Right.
We're gonna chuck that on the hot griddle that's
Yep.
already pre-warmed.
Perfect.
And we're gonna get some flour tortillas down there as well.
Yep.
Pickled onions, that sort of thing.
Ooh, okay.
Lovely.
Okay, help if I actually brought these. There we
Good.
go. I'm learning. Right, and I just chuck it on.
So we're gonna go down with some oil first.
Okay. Ooh,
So grab the oil
nearly.
bottle.
Yep.
Spray it down on one side.
Nice. Yep.
That's it. And then just behind you, we've got some blue rolls. So you want to spread that around.
Yep.
Just don't burn your hands.
No, you're all right. Not my first rodeo, luckily. There we go. Just this half, we're doing the whole
That's
thing.
perfect. No, that
Yeah.
half's absolutely fine.
Nice. Yep.
Then we're going to go down with the chicken.
Okay.
Straight onto the oil.
Right.
Down with the chicken.
Straight down. Here we go.
Lovely.
Nice.
We're just going to keep moving that around until it's nice and cooked inside.
Yep. And so, do you have any preference on, like breast, thigh, or what do you think's best for something like this?
I tend to use thigh just because it's fattier, it holds more moisture, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Gives it a little bit more flavour as well as it
Okay.
cooks down.
So this is just the chicken thigh and the rub. There's nothing else added to this.
That's
at
it. No, like I said, the chicken thighs have nice fat in them.
all? Okay.
That just helps it cook down.
Right.
Keeps it nice and tender as well.
Now I always worry I'm going to undercook this but overcook this. So what do you recommend I do?
The one thing we always recommend for any style of cooking
Yep.
is an instant read thermometer, which
Okay.
is one of these.
Right.
And that will read the internal temperature of what's in that. And for chicken, you want anything above 75 degrees.
Okay. Perfect.
So if we look at this now, we are not far off, but you want to make sure a variety of them as well.
Okay.
So now that's done, we're going to chuck these on as well.
Ooh. Okay.
So we're going to lay these on this side.
Yep.
It's slightly cooler on the Blackstone.
Yep.
And we're going to get some colour on both sides. It'll only
Okay.
take a couple of seconds.
Nice.
If you give them a flip now,
Yep.
see it's just starting
Nice.
to crisp up a little bit.
Yep.
And we'll
Cool.
get to serving them up. If you watch on here as well,
Yeah.
telltale sign is they start to bubble.
Right. And that's when they're ready.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And then what? Chicken straight in?
Yep, chicken straight on.
Nice. Okay. It's funny. I always feel like a bit of a professional doing this in mine, but I actually feel a little bit nervous doing this in front of someone else.
That's right. Now these on the board. We can
Yep.
get these built up, get the toppings on, get them dressed.
Ooh. All right. So what are my toppings?
We're going to go for the pink pickled onions.
Okay. I can get those.
And then I've got a nice set of
Oh yeah. I probably should have grabbed more.
tweezers. We can dress these up.
They
So
are
we can
tweezers.
Take these out. Oh, no. We're not drowning them,
Okay.
just dressing them up nicely.
This is,
Perfect.
look at that. Make a chef out of me.
And then we're going to go with a few extra little bits as well. Mint yogurt sauce.
Yep.
And we've got some diced up coriander.
Ooh.
Sprinkle over the top there. Nice, all the way across like that.
Yep.
And then we're just going to take a little bit of this coriander, sprinkle it over the top.
Nice.
Now it's healthy.
Okay. Oh,
That's it.
Nice. Sprinkle on top. There we are.
Perfect.
This is awesome.
So how do you feel so far with this?
That wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to
Okay.
be. Now, I don't mean to demean your talent here, but that was pretty easy.
Should we step it up?
Okay.
So we're going to make a deconstructed apple pie.
Right, okay.
So not your typical garden show burgers, all that sort of stuff. We're going to elevate it.
Okay.
So you need this.
Okay, apples,
You need that.
Okay, butter.
You need some cinnamon.
I've got cinnamon.
And you need brown sugar.
Okay.
Got this?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. So we go down with the butter. I'm going to get that first on the griddle. I'm going to spread that around. And then we're going to go for the apples.
Oh, yep, you need those.
I'm going to put them straight down on the Blackstone. Then we're going to leave those for a minute, just to get some colour on the sides. Then we're going to go down with some brown sugar.
Oh, keeping it sweet.
And move that around. I want that to caramelise. Going to put a little bit of water on there just to loosen down that sugar. Helps caramelise it all and stick to the apples.
He's forgotten his cinnamon.
The next step, we're going to grab the cinnamon and we're going to put that down on the apples.
Yep. He's not forgotten his cinnamon.
That'll give it that nice warm apple pie feeling that everyone loves. dish this up. You know what would go nice with this? Ice cream.
I don't even remember holding ice cream. Oh wow. That's good. Can't believe I learnt that just by standing here.
So, do you think you can cook for 15 people at one time?
Do you know what? I think I can. I was worried, but now that we've done this, yeah,
I think you've got it.
yeah. And I've got to be honest, I've been excited to try these.
They are tasty.
Oh, right, well, here's to cooking for 15 people in a week's time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. Also, whilst I've got you, do you fancy being one of my guest chefs for this show, by the way?
Mate, I'd love to, but I've got my own things going on this weekend. You're on your own.
All right. I reckon I could do it, maybe. Just 15 tacos. Well, it looks like you may have beaten me. Good game. It was a good game. You gave it a good go. Now I need some sleep, though. Ugh. I'll see you in the morning. No, you won't. No, you won't. Right. Here we are. Woo-hoo-hoo. Here we go again.